hide them settings. Should I keep that? No, not right now. We'll do it later. Am I live? Are we here? Can they hear me? I hate when they can hear me. We're gonna start the music first. Or should we let it build up? Yo, this thing on? Shit like that. Oh, I'm sorry. YouTube, we working on it, man. We working on it. Let me share the link real fast, and then we'll get right into it. I'm gonna make sure that I keep my face up. I'm not sick no more either. I feel phenomenal. I ain't even gonna lie. I feel great. I feel spectacular. The doctor said it was spinal. He said I broke my whole back. Yo, Mike, wow. I bet you a wild boy. I broke my whole back. He said, what part? All of it. No, Mike, what happened? He said, I broke all of it. My whole shit broke. My whole back broke. Yo. All right, y'all ready? Let's start the show. Hold up. Y'all see the Cash App on the screen, right? All right, that's fine. Whatever. I'm good, yo. I'm geeked. I'm having a great day. Let's get the music playing. Y'all can't hear the music. For those that want to hear the music, you got to head over to the podcast and listen to it after we record it tonight to right now. New year, same old me. Nothing's gonna change, but the game is to be sold, not told. Let's go. That's what we doing. Oh shit, can y'all hear that? My bad. That ain't for y'all to listen to. My bad. Oh. Oh, we're doing an unboxing. Shit, man, I shouldn't have done that. My bad. Did y'all see that whole thing? We might have to delete that. Fine. What? I think I did. E. Come on. There you go. Y'all ready? It's Kasabian. Kasabian Lavoe Show. What's going on, beautiful people? I gotta cut this down. What y'all doing out there? How y'all doing? Welcome to the show. Welcome to episode 140. I was trying to post something, but I think I gotta post something. That's all right. Let me see when the multi-stream. Hey, yo, if you in the chat, drop a, we gotta pick an emoji to drop. Come up with something. Hey, yo, put a, what about, put a slot machine. Let's make that the emoji for the comment area. Welcome to episode 140. Welcome to 2021. Welcome to the hottest studio on the face of the earth because all these lights are mad hot. So if y'all see me sweating, don't ask questions like that. Don't ask questions. That's not nice. Don't judge me because I'm in here doing my thug fizzle for shizzle, dizzle. Welcome to the Kasabian Lavoe Show, episode 140. This show is brought to you by Popple. And today, I got a special Popple. But I'm not going to talk about it quite yet. Head over to klavo.com if you want to support the show. There's donation buttons over there. The Cash App is right here on the screen, Kasabian Lavoe. Every time you donate to the show, not only do you help keep the lights on and keep the machine fed, but you feed 5 Puerto Rican kids and you put them through school. So if you want to donate, head over to klavo.com, hit the Cash App. All of it goes to the same place. We appreciate, well, not the same place, but it goes to this and feeding this animal that we're inside of. So listen to the music, stream the music, klavo.com. That's KLAVOE. Oh shit. Look at me. KLAVOE.com. I'm skipping over my words. So I have a whiteboard where I keep all my notes for the show, and now we're using this other board where it's like, oh, it's a screen, not a board. I'm just gonna use my phone because they got me confused as shit. klavo.com in Spanish is KLAVOE.com. Head over there, download music, stream music. We appreciate you for doing that. Now, Supposed to be doing the MSMSMR. So shout out to all the podcast listeners, all the YouTube viewers, all the Facebook viewers. Without y'all, we ain't nothing. Welcome to season 4. We got a new cover. Oh, Lavoe's unboxing. Lavoe's unboxing. What is it? Well. Popple. Look what Popple sent me. Maybe I should record that for Popple. Should I record that for Popple? Should I be corny and do the thing where I put it back and then I act like I never showed y'all? Let's do that. Let's spin it backwards. Hey, hip hop. This hip hop. We on the fly. Like I said, this show is always going to forever evolve. So we're going to do this again. Do the noises again. Bow, what I get? Boom. Popple. That's right. Look what they hooked me up with. Like, really, look at my new Popple. It's the donut from The Simpsons. Like, it's so dope. So, what's Popple? Popple's a digital business card. Boom. When you pop somebody, it's literally that simple. Yes. Pow. Look at that. Instantly. In a digital world, in a post-corona world, you don't want to hand out business cards and you don't want to not be able to reach all your clientele as quick as possible. And as a business person, as a person that's trying to build a brand, I highly recommend you get a Popple. Now listen, I'm gonna help you save some money because you know I'm an entrepreneur, right? So use Kasabian Lavoe at checkout, save you 20%. But here's the better part: you go green. You are, super tech savvy. Like, how fly are you, right? You're a real estate agent. You bloop bloop Popple somebody, boom, you get a client. It's clean, it's fast, it's easy. It's so easy to manage, and even better. There's no contact. You don't have to just give somebody a nasty, dirty card. And in the post-corona world, nobody wants a nasty business card. Get you a Popple. They come in more than just one color. Use Kasabian Lavoe at checkout. Be resourceful. Be economic. Be green. Don't we want to help the planet? Buy one of these instead of buying a bunch of business cards that people don't get to use. You can update your picture all the time. You can keep it fresh. Surprise your clientele. Be different. Stand out. You got to eat what you kill. And in a world where you got to stand out and be completely different, Popple. Like, you literally walked up on somebody with a donut. Like, how dope is that? Use Kasabian Lavoe at checkout and save 20%. Head over to klavoe.com. There should be a link for Popple. If not, we'll fix that. But for sure, head over to popple.co. Use Kasabian Lavoe at checkout. Just let them know Lavoe sent you. I appreciate y'all. And I know for all my business folk that are out there, man, go check that out. That was my ad too. I recorded that for y'all. We're gonna put that. We'll chop that up. What a busy weekend. Hold on. Can somebody turn that industrial fan on? Anybody? There's like 4 people here and they're not listening to me, and it's very frustrating. It's very, very frustrating. Sorry, y'all. I swear to God, I said I wouldn't do that, and I'm doing it again. All right. Let's see if they'll take care of that for me. So, New Year's happened. I was going to come on, but everybody did a New Year's show. Then we were going to do a best of or like a recap on 2020. Everybody did a recap on 2020. Then I was going to do a list of some things. Everybody did a list of some things. So if you're on YouTube, I want you guys to comment below. I want your 5 top artists that you're looking forward to listening to this year of music. That's what I want from you guys. Give me your top 5 in the comments. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. If you're on Facebook, comment, post it on your wall, share it. We're trying to get 10 shares, 20 shares, all the shares I can get on Facebook. But I want to know what your 5 artists are this year. And I want new artists. Like, I want to know what young boys and young girls and whoever's out there that you're looking forward to listening to. I'll put out my 5 too. I'll put it in the comments so everybody can see it. But I definitely want to know. I'm curious to see what you guys are looking for this year. Drake's supposed to be coming this year. J. Cole's supposed to be coming this year. Kendrick coming this year. It's gonna be a very hectic year. Kasabian's coming this year. It's gonna be a hectic year for music. Either it's gonna be really good or suck ass. So let's see how that goes. And then talking, into this whole new music that's coming out, we have to talk about artists that have kind of left and came back. For example, them young boys in New York about to turn up. Roddy Home, was it February? I don't even want to say when he's coming. Matter of fact, once he's home, we'll talk about it. But I'm looking forward to what's to come from that camp and those artists. I'm super excited. Bobby Shmurda is that's a fucking stand up dude, bro. That's a stand up dude. We gotta celebrate the ones that do stand for something. Shout out to Bobby. Shout out to Roddy. Shout out to that whole clique. We see you. Keep doing big things. But we do have, who else? I mean, big names. That's all I could really think. I mean, it'd be nice to hear Kehlani. That might be something I put on my list. It'd be nice to hear maybe a dollar sign, a real dollar sign album. It'd be nice to hear Black Bear. I love Black Bear. But that's just me throwing names out there. Let's keep it in the vein of music because, this is a music podcast to a point. I'm a musician. I'm a rapper, if that matters anymore. I have a project coming out that I've been working on and I'm working on. So once we pick a single and I get more music together, I keep saying we. Once I pick a single and get it out, we'll start promoting it and get it out there. Let's see. I don't like the new board. Can we just stick to the whiteboard? I'm going to use my phone. Yeah, I am. Snoop and Eminem. What's really going on between Snoop and them? Honestly, it's weird. Like, Snoop kind of attacked M. If you don't know what's going on, Snoop was asked who his top 10 was, and somehow, some way, Eminem came up if he was in Snoop's top 10, and Snoop said he wasn't in his top 10. M responded and basically said, I don't have a problem with anything he said. The only problem I did have was when he said that he could do without my music. Now, I have a huge issue with people that want to take away your talent because they have an issue with you. Like, there's certain people I don't like, but I do love their whatever their skill set is. Like, if I don't personally know you, I don't like you. That's just how it is. Like, I don't like what I see from Tory Lanez, but I love his music. You see, people like to take situations and issues when they have a problem with somebody, and then instead of appreciating their talent and saying, okay, you're a shitty person, but you're very good at what you do, they like to redefine good. They try to redefine what successful really is or what talent really is. And that's a terrible thing to do. Like, just because you don't like somebody doesn't mean they're not talented or they're not good at what they do. Like, you just have a problem with that person. So you need to separate the person from the issue. Like, I can love your music and hate you as a person. That doesn't mean anything. Because I'm going to tell you I don't like you as a person. I'm a huge fan of your music. Not fucking with you. You're a cornball. That's okay. You can do that with certain people. Like, there's people that, are in my industry that I speak to and I go, you know what? I really fuck with you, but I don't like what you do. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that you're not good at what you do. I don't like it. It might not be coming off as good as you think it is. I don't know. But you got to be able to differentiate. And I hope that me being honest with you doesn't drive a wedge in between our friendship or whatever we have, right? So when I hear Snoop say what he said about M, I go, damn, you really going to take from his talent to say that you could do without listening to the guy when the guy wrote for you? Like, y'all homies. Excuse me. It's my bad. I'm burping damn rock stars. It's confusing because you want to really know what happened between them. Like, Snoop and M been rocking since we was kids, like 99, 2000. Why now? What caused the beef? What caused any issue? I just feel like it's corny on Snoop's side, and M is a great rapper. We'll never take that from him. But does this start the debate who has better music? Hey, Quiet as Kept, Snoop Dogg's first album, Doggy Style, to me is the best rendition of hip hop ever. That's the best hip hop album put together. I think Dr. Dre was at this amazing precipice when he put that together between him and Snoop. And if you ever want to learn hip hop, start right there. You're going to learn a ton. And then you can go back and learn about, Big Daddy Kane's, and you can take it to Houdini. You can go all the way back, trace it, learn it, and understand why it was so good, why Rakim is a GOAT. Why we do respect Eminem, all colorism aside. Like, the colorism thing is so pathetic too. Coming from Snoop, like, what are you doing, dog? Like, that's your boy. Like, this man made you millions of dollars, like it or not. This man wrote for you, like it or not. Like, y'all homies. And if you're not homies, then keep it a buck, but don't shit on the man's talent like that. Oh, I can go without listening to that. I can see why M would be mad at some shit like that, especially if y'all homies, right? But leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Do you think Snoop is out of pocket for what he doing? Should Dre jump in and check him like, yo, what's good with you? Is M wrong for even giving a fuck? Like, Snoop took a shitty jab to with the Great White Hope bullshit like that. Come on, man. You said that shit on the song with him and shit when that was your boy, but now you're using it kind of like a jab. And that's corny. It's just corny, and I don't like that shit from Snoop, especially being an elder statesman in hip hop. Like, that type of shit is just not. That's frowned upon, bro, because we're trying to combat racism on all levels. And when you do some shit like that and just try to use that he's a white boy shit, that's corny. Like, you're causing more problems than good. Nobody wants to see that right now. If you guys know the source, okay, so I don't know how old my audience is right now, but back in the 90s, there was a magazine called The Source, and it was ran by this guy named Benzino. Benzino is a rapper-ish, kind of. Yeah, he made music. Okay, so Benzino had a problem with Eminem. I can't remember if it was that The Source gave him two mics, or they didn't give him 5. So they would review your album and then they give you mics. And if you got 5 mics, you the shit. Like 5 mics was almost more valuable than going platinum back in the 90s. So they gave M like 3 mics or some shit, and he bugged out, or 2 mics. They said he was trash. So M flashed on Benzino. Flashed on him, right? 50 was coming up, but 50 didn't say shit yet. Like, 50 wasn't involved in that beef, so M really took his fucking head off, and Benzino pretty much had to, like, go into hiding. It was a bad time for Benzino. It really was so one-sided. Eminem was so hot. His shit was popping. The diss songs weren't even that fucking good. They were kind of corny, but they worked. Just going back and listening to them today, I was like, "Ooh, shit, that was not as good as I remember." But M won, regardless to the fact, M won. Some way, somehow, Benzino's been talking, shit about M again. He just keeps fucking M's name in his mouth. And Royce jumped out and flashed on him because Benzino was tweeting some real, reckless shit, massa and all this other shit. Can somebody explain to me when this cornball shit started, where motherfuckers thought that they could say whatever they wanted and not get touched? Like, especially talking to somebody like Royce the 5'9". Like, do you understand Royce the 5'9"'s body? Pause. Like, Royce ain't that type, bro. Like, M really ain't that type. Benzino, the fucking thing about Benzino is here's another one. I respect Benzino as a man. I respect Benzino for everything he's accomplished in hip hop. He's a staple in hip hop. I fuck with Benzino. But Benzino does cornball shit. But he does so much real shit that I don't hate the guy. I'm an Eminem fan, so I'm taking M side in that issue. But when everything else comes down to it, Benzino's dope as shit. He's just a shitty rapper. Like, you shouldn't come at Eminem, bro. That's like Logan Paul fighting Floyd. Like, it ain't gonna work out. And can we talk about Floyd's beard? I'm not even gonna talk about it. I'm not gonna say anything. Who saw Tom Segura break his arm? Look up Tom Segura and watch him try to slam dunk. He didn't even come off the fucking ground, by the way, and broke half his body. One swoop. Royce told Benzino he was gonna put his daughter on a pole, so y'all can look that shit up on Twitter. Holy shit, I felt like a little kid. I was like, oh my God, they're gonna beef. I'm such a cornball. I was like, I can't wait. The stimmies. Where the stimmies at? They said the stimmies are coming from Wish. They coming late. We ain't even getting the 2K. It's 600. We ain't getting nothing. They're not giving us nothing. Nothing. I'm getting $600. I ain't never seen so many people so excited for $600 fucking dollars. There's a leak of Trump on the phone talking to somebody from Georgia, and it sounded almost like a parody, and I'm really so confused. Like, I don't know if it was really him or not, and it fucked me up. And if you go hear it, tell me what you think in the comments below, because when I heard it, it sounded fake. And if that's real, holy shit. 45, you can't even say his name. They'll demonetize you for these things. So 45 he's wilding. And like I said, I just want peace, man. That's why I'm not supporting that right now. And I'm a conservative. I'm not a Republican. If you don't know the difference, let me break it down for you. I'm a conservative in my political views. I'm a fiscal conservative, and I guess I'm a liberal when it comes to how people live. For example, I believe hard work pays off. If you work hard, you should be able to play hard, right? I believe in less government. I don't think the government should tell you how to raise your kids, how to teach your kids, how to do anything in your home. I don't believe the government should assist in many ways unless it's dire need and an emergency. I believe that we should be more in control of our lives. I highly recommend self-education. I highly recommend seeking higher education and higher understanding. And as a conservative, what I want to see is power to the people. Always. Always power to the people. For some reason, the confusion with conservatives and Republicans comes from the ideal that Republicans are conservatives. Some are. The problem with Republicans in my eyes is that there's too much Christianity, too much Bible, too much that type of stuff isn't for me. I'm here for the business aspect and for seeing forward mobility for all my people. I don't believe in desegregation in certain areas. I think we should be around our people and we should develop our own networks the same way that other cultures have when they came to this country, when this country was first built. Contrary to belief, as a conservative, I support gay rights. I don't think there should be gay rights. I think everybody should just have rights. When you put a title to it, it causes division. But I don't want to see anyone discriminated on or hurt because of how they are as a person. Like, that's fucking terrible. Like, I would never want to see anybody feel, bro, like, no, I have daughters, I have sons. I was a weirdo growing up. Like, no, I don't want anybody to feel bad because of who they are. Like, I strongly believe in love and I support marriage on any level, except when it comes to kids. I'm not into that shit. And I'm just saying that because people always want to go to that weird spot with that. But conservatism, for me as a conservative, I do not hate gay people, nor do I hate anybody's rights. I believe that as long as you work hard, that you should live a great life and no one should tell you what to do. As an employer, I never sweated people about even drug usage. Like, we wouldn't drug test. I asked them very simply, listen, if you work here, don't do this shit here, and don't be in uniform if you're drunk or smoking or whatever the case is. That's just how I feel. It's none of my business what you do outside of work. It's none of my business. I can't control you at home. If you're at home and you want to slam some whatever or do whatever you do, that's on you. If you can make it to work and you can function and you take care of yourself, I have no problem with whatever you do with your life because I live my life and I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm not one that is holier than thou. I always feel like when I hear some Republicans talk, they feel like they're standing above you. There needs to be a huge marketing change because conservatism, especially now the new conservatism, is different. We're different. And if you from the hood and you from the ghetto, if you Spanish, black, or you came up poor at all, most likely you're a conservative and you don't realize it. And because of the stereotype and the stigma, when you hear Republican, you hear conservative, you think of an old white man like Mitch McConnell that says, don't give him $2,000. But this conservative with face tattoos that's a hip hop artist that comes from the struggle that was on the system is telling you pay the fucking people their money because they're fucking hungry and they have kids and we can't. This country is literally built on a upward axis. That's exactly like this whole life. Once you learn that when you accomplish certain goals, everything gets easier. You buy furniture, right? Your first year living in an apartment is going to be your most expensive because you got to buy furniture. You're putting up a crazy down. You got to get all your bills turned on. The second year in that apartment or home, you spend less money because you've already spent the majority of the money your first year furnishing and just establishing utilities, right? Imagine starting that whole shit over for everybody, everywhere. I mean, there is no mom and dad to give you a quick boost if you need it. And I never had that, so I don't know what the fuck that's like. When we moved out, it was, here's your keys. We had kids. We had to make it work. Luckily, I was successful, and I thank whoever's up there and all the guides that helped me because 5 kids with no money is, I don't even know how anybody could do it. I don't. So, yeah, give the people their money. I would say this for the American people that are waiting for the money. Stop listening to what other countries are giving their people. It's bullshit. You're not there. It doesn't concern you. Enough. There's more people in California, in LA County than there are in Canada. Like, we got to stop doing that. The Texas economy, the GPA from Texas or GDP from Texas alone is bigger than Australia. And I think it's like 4 countries. It's bigger than 4 whole countries. Excuse me. I got mad indigestion. Texas alone is probably one of the strongest economies in the world. Just Texas. We have to stop comparing ourselves to other places. But I want to get that out of the way. I'm not a Republican. I'm not. And I'm not a Democrat, which is a name for me, or a demon rat. I ain't for that. I'm for the people. I'm always for the people. You know, pay me what you want to pay me, but you can't hate me for what I am. You can only hate me for what you made up. I'm always tell you who I am and what I am right off rip. There's no point in me sitting around lying just to, like, what if I was fucking Talcum X, you know, and I lied to y'all all the time? If you don't know who Talcum X is, Sean King. That's Talcum X. This white boy that pretends that the world is against him. Like, he's wilding, bro. Wilding. Speaking of people with culture appropriation and people that don't know how to play their role, Alec Baldwin's wife is a pathetic, just disrespectful person on so many levels. This lady's pretending to be Spanish, and it's fucking disgusting. This lady's name is Helen. She was born in the United States and speaks clear English, and she's walking around going, how you say cucumber? Shut the fuck up. Like, you know how embarrassing it is? Bro, you know what makes me mad when people talk about race? Y'all always forget about Latinos and shit. And the problem with us is that there's so many of us, and we're so different. Like, you know, we're the biggest race in the world. There's more Latins than anything in this world. And Latin is the oldest language. Like, do you understand that we were speaking first? We don't know how to shut the fuck up, okay? It's a huge problem. That's why I do a fucking podcast. I don't know how to shut the fuck up. Honestly, I don't talk all day just to do this shit for y'all. But everybody always makes fun of Spanish people. You know, this lady pretending to be Spanish, this shit got to be a movie, right? Like, was she pretending to be Spanish, met this guy, and then now she has to continue to play this bullshit role of, like, the fake Spanish lady because she's married to Alec Baldwin? Or is she really just a fucking nut? Because, like, her accent comes in and out. She's just as bad as that crazy chick that did the blood thing. When she was like, oh, you guys, this blood right here, this has everything for the world. And she did the Steve Jobs thing. She was like, hey, you guys blood. But, yo, like, what the fuck are you doing with your voice? Like, that is so fucking weird. And then this lady's on live TV acting like she don't know how to say cucumber. And in Spanish, it's pepino. Like, I don't even think she knew that. So, like, why are you pretending to be something you not? Like, that shit is just disgusting. Like, she's a weird person for that. Be yourself. I have a quote, and I tell my kids all the time. The easiest thing in this world is to be yourself. The hardest thing is finding yourself. You got to find yourself. You got to go through some things. You got to go through the fire to come out the other end and see who you really are. You have to really be put to the test. And it's harder for some people than others, but you should never pretend to be anything. Have purpose. Find a purpose, especially when you have children. I think you deserved, or your children deserve to see you have purpose. It's strange. It's really strange. I heard something yesterday over the lady in New York that tackled the little boy with the phone. She was like, that's my phone, that's my phone. Bruh, it's 2020, 2021. If you touch me and my phone, it's an iPhone. If your face can't unlock my phone, you better get the fuck out of my face or you catching all these hands and feet. You see what I'm saying? Like, that ain't cool, bro. That shit is so wild. The lady's Puerto Rican from California. Ever since I met my wife, I told her, any Puerto Ricans that you meet that are from California are not Puerto Rican. Don't get mad. It's the truth. If you don't end up in New York City or in Miami, Florida, some part of Florida, or even in Georgia, and you Puerto Rican, you come to California, you tend to be more white. It is what it is because you get discriminated against the Spanish, the Mexicans. Mexicans have a problem with us because we're legal citizens. So either Puerto Ricans will gravitate towards white people because that's the closest thing they know, or when you grow up in the projects in the hood, you grow up around black people and you grow up around other people that are more, I mean, honestly, like, I never related with and I hate that it has to be a race thing, but I'm just trying to explain that I grew up in a very multicultural neighborhood in New York City. And honestly, it was little Puerto Rico. Like, everybody was Puerto Rican, Dominican, everybody was black, Haitian, Jamaican. Like, we all were one big family. And I realized that when you leave New York City, some people don't understand what a Puerto Rican is. And yeah, some people may see me and think I'm Arabian or a white dude. Like, I remember I got pulled over one time and it said Caucasian, and I posted it because I thought it was the funniest shit. Like, on my license, I don't look Caucasian. I look like a fucking terrorist. You see my face? Like, look at this nose. This motherfucker is crazy. Like, thank God for masks, right? Woo, cheap joke. But I guess your upbringing is what really determines who you are and who you relate with. And when I came out here, I realized Mexican people had never seen a Puerto Rican. They call me black. Black people had never seen a Puerto Rican. They call me Mexican. White people didn't know what the fuck I was, but white girls love me because they were like, well, shit, he's ghetto, but we could bring him home. Weird, right? And, I noticed that every Puerto Rican that I've ever met from California and on this side, they don't know how to cook like us. They don't know our foods. They don't move like us. They don't talk like us. They don't even have the same mannerisms. Shit, I find more in common with Hawaiians than I do with Puerto Ricans from California. So somebody said, are Puerto Ricans not black or not African? I'm like, no, we're African. Now, if that's not something that you grow up around, I think you just don't know, and you're missing out because it's probably one of the most beautiful parts of our culture is our African side and our Spaniard side together. Like, it's just so many drums, It's a beautiful thing. So many drums. Like, we're such a beautiful people that we shouldn't narrow ourselves into these weird pockets. But Puerto Ricans ain't white. Like, white people ain't fucking with us like that. And I love all my white boys and all my friends, and we got to stop really using these racial terms because honestly, I only do it because it's the only way to talk, and it's terrible. Learn people, ask questions. Like, this world is so fucking dense, bro. There's just so much happening. Learn, talk to folks. Chatty Patty House is going crazy, by the way. I made my account. They got me. It's nasty in there. I don't like it. It's not what I thought, and I'm trying to stay away from it because it's just not what I thought. It's pretty embarrassing. It's getting nasty in there. It's just like it's a bunch of bochincha and everybody just chatty patty pa aquí, chatty patty pa allá, and I'm a good guy and that I'm a this and I'm a that and I got money and I got a YouTube plaque and I got a Ferrari and I'm like wah, 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 wah. Gives a fuck. Pause. What else? So C's from Black Ink beat the shit out of his daughter, his 13-year-old or 16-year-old daughter, and she was on the internet crying about it. And I thought it was the funniest shit ever because I remember getting my ass whooped and just going to my room going, ah! And then you punch the air and shit and you're like, you ain't never gonna touch me. Like, that's that weird shit that we do when we get whooped. And she did the same thing, but she did it on the internet, so she looked like a fucking clown. And that's why you should hit your kids. That's all I got to say about that. That shit was hilarious. The mom and the stepmom and all that bullshit. I don't want to talk about that. That shit's corny. So my biggest topic for the day was Ak and Rory. And I wish we had more people in the chat because this would be so fun to talk to people about. And if you're in the chat, put a slot machine emoji in the chat. Comment below your 5 artists that you're looking forward to listening to this year. This is why I'm trying to see, what the temperature is, what you guys are looking for. And once we start doing the live interactive shows where we have the guest on running the show, we'll definitely be able to, get into more topics like this where we're more hands-on with one another and see how that goes. I'm still nervous. Slot machines in the comments, man. That's what we're going to do. Slide it up. Pause. Rory and academics. That was like my sub for today. And I got to see what happens next. So I'm not going to say anything. But Rory's from the Joe Budden podcast. And DJ Academics is a commentator. And they got beef. And this beef is pretty nasty. I don't know if I don't know where this goes, but they gotta fight. Like, Rory gotta fight Ak for this shit to go away, and Ak gotta just take this fade and wherever it goes, be homies, slap fives afterwards, maybe hang out with Joe Budden or some shit. But Ak gotta take this one. Like, they gotta fight. The accusations that Ak is making and what he said is going on is really crazy. Like, you shouldn't play like that. We're going to wait and see what happens. I'm not going to comment on it because I'm curious. I'm curious to see what transpires. They've been going back and forth for a long time, but this is like the hottest I've ever seen it. And honestly, they got to fight. Was that it for today? We weren't even going to come on today. It was just something to talk about. I decided to jump on today. Like, I got to go tan and get my hair did for the stream. Like, I don't want to look like a goofball, but here we are. Welcome to season 4 of the Kasabian Lavoe Show. Thank you to everyone that's listening. Thank you for everybody that holds us down. Redwood, I'm waiting on y'all. Send us a loud pack. Shout out to Popple. You guys are awesome. Shout out to everybody who did my first unboxing today. I did some SMR. It's gonna be a good year. 3 times a week. That's the goal. Hopefully, there's enough to talk about, and get ready for our interactive shows. So, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. My name's Kasabian Lavoe. Don't live in the past. Live in the moment. Don't let nobody take the color out your rainbow. The cup is half empty. It's not half full. What else did I say? I say live in the